We've got new songs released, new singles, new dates. I mean, how does it feel now, like the rocket has launched and we're back on board?
It feels really good. I feel way more confident about our band than I did with the last 2 records.
Yeah.
I just feel like people know what we're about, and that kind of makes it a bit easier. It's just like, this is us, take it or leave it. And yeah, I'm just really excited to do these shows and start putting out this new music and sharing it with people. I think after we played All Points East last weekend, and it just felt like we hadn't been away. Expect, and a part of me was thinking there might be a sort of huddle of about 30 people at the front, but no, it was just like it was just amazing, to see it filled out all the way to the sort of food stands at the back, and it feels like we are really good at doing that. We're a great festival band.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, nothing was taken for granted. You know, we had some people we trusted around us saying, you can do this show, these people are still interested, but we'd never be so bold as to know for sure that, it'll sell out and no problem.
It does feel weird. Like, I've never had someone come up to me before and say, you remind me of like some of the best years of my life at this point. And there's something, I'm sure some people might not like that, but I really appreciate that.
Of course,
it's nice to be really important to someone at a specific point in their life.
Yeah.
And we're still doing our thing, and and as Jack said, it feels like nothing has changed.
Can you guys kind of take us back to the moment where you decided this is the new single, it's ready to go out to the world, this is the first piece of music that we're going to put out in this new chapter?
I think we kind of wrote it around Christmas or something. So yeah, it was quite sort of wintry when we were writing it. It sort of came together over, like the last week before we all went away. Like Ed went to Australia, and I think we sort of had it on the, it was on the, it was kind of on the desktop.
But it was quite quick. I mean, I think that's one. There are a lot of things about the music industry at the moment that I don't like, but the one thing I do like is that you can write something, a week ago, and you can put it out next week.
Yeah.
And it's just really instantaneous. It felt like that with Love Like Waves.
Yeah.
We weren't like deliberating over it. It wasn't like we'd written the whole record and we're like, which one are we going to put out first? It was just like, this sounds cool. Let's see what people make of it.
Was there ever a question that this was going to be the first taste of new music?
I think there's been a few things that have been knocking around for a while, but I think this just had its own sort of natural momentum. And it became what it is.
Yeah, we've already got some new songs in the live set. There are plenty. We wanted to come back with progress made and something to look forward to, as opposed to just resting on what we had achieved. So there are a few others in the mix, but that was by far the most obvious to stand out and come back.
We have a track called "Can't Wait Forever" that we played at Brixton in a different song structure, and we've sort of taken it back in the studio, tweaked it, and we played it again at All Points East in a sort of new, improved structure, and it's really nice doing that. It feels like that's sort of what bands do. Whereas I think with a lot of the process of writing music these days, you just have a computer in front of you, and it's sort of, you write and record at the same time. There isn't that kind of, you just sort of, I guess you have less of a distance between the sort of playing the song and it actually being released.
Yeah. How did you feel leading up to the tour? Like the first set of new shows, I guess, nerves, excitement?
For me, the first show was really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And I think when we played Leeds, I think it was after 2 tracks, I was like, oh my God, I do actually have to put this much effort in.
Yeah.
I was absolutely exhausted.
Can't Wait Forever and Tijuana, I believe, are the 2 things we've been treated to very kindly, the new records. Were they kind of made in the same phase as Love Like Waves, or is it, are you kind of continually writing and jotting down new ideas right now?
Yeah. They were sort of in a writing batch, and we've got more tracks that we've been working on. We've been writing a track with Disclosure. Whether that, I don't know how that's going to come out, if it comes out. There's still lots of, there's discussions that have to be had, but it's I mean, I'm we're all really pleased with it, and I think that could be something that we put out in the next, in the months coming up. With the first record, we didn't have any gear. We had one Shure microphone, and I sort of, after Parlour, I went through this phase of buying loads of expensive boutique gear and sort of thinking that this was sort of the answer to writing good music.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't. And I've just sold all of it, and now I have like the most basic setup.
Yeah.
And I feel like I like that sort of hippie approach to writing music almost. A bit like just sort of picking up a guitar and just sort of trying to write a song, rather than being so involved in the production and all of that stuff, which can just get in the way of expressing yourself and expressing a mood. I would rather it sounded imperfect and the ideas were really strong, than it be this really polished thing that hasn't got excitement or some soul. We went to Sweden, and I think that was up right after Parlour, and I think we were just exhausted with the whole thing. Really, we'd just been touring insanely hard, and it just wasn't going to the middle of nowhere in bleak midwinter in Sweden, where just the three of us was probably not the best idea. I wasn't in the mood to just sit down and write a song or a pop song in that kind of, in an FF way, and it felt good to do it. But then it also feels really good to just get rid of all of that gear and then just and go back to like writing just really positive pop music, which, I mean, playing live there's doing what we do live. There's no better feeling. I think I really missed it. I
am super excited to see you again this summer. On many festivals, I'm sure, and I'm sure a lot of people are. No new music confirmed for the time being. It's kind of like a wait and see situation.
We have sort of finished, ready to roll tracks, but we haven't had the debate about which one's going to come out.
I see. I'm glad I asked that twice, because it did kind of squeeze a little bit out more the second time. Guys, thank you so much for joining me in the studio. Honestly,
no worries, man.
Me and so many other people, we're so grateful to have you back and to have new music here, and all the best with all the festival dates and everything else that comes with it.
Thanks a lot. Really
Thanks
to you.
Thank you very much.